Well, I haven't posted anything in like forever, so yeah, it's been a while since I've been on this channel. Let's get started with the bullshit artist. So there's this guy who I guess he's popular on TikTok and whatever, and he also posts his bullshit on Facebook. Well, it doesn't really surprise me that he's famous on TikTok. Any idiot can become famous on TikTok, especially if you're a leftist idiot. So this idiot is naturally famous on TikTok and Facebook. But I'm not gonna reply on his stupid little platform like TikTok because the time limitation do stop me from explaining my points of view and my motivations, especially when we're talking about facts and logic, as somebody might say. But let's cut to the chase. While I was on break at work, I was browsing the Facebooks and I stumbled upon this video of this idiot who was reacting to Kyle Rittenhouse interview on Tucker Carlson.
This case has nothing to do with race. It never had anything to do with race. It had to do with the right to self-defense.
Right.
I'm not a racist person. I support the BLM movement. I support peacefully demonstrating. And I believe there needs to be change. I believe there's a lot of prosecutorial misconduct, not just in my case, but in other cases. And it's just amazing to see how much a prosecutor can take advantage of somebody.
Where do we start, man? The fact that he's saying this case has nothing to do with race and literally race was the issue that brought all of y'all to Kenosha, Washington. As a matter of fact, race is what literally triggered you to taking your gun and band-aids to go protect property. So how can you say it had nothing to do with race?
Right off the bat, this guy begins with some stupid rhetoric. The classical leftist rhetoric, let's say. Everything boils down to racism for this guy. If you're making the case that the whole looting and rioting began because of some racist issues, well, I'm sorry to disappoint you. If you're gonna analyze that situation to begin with, that's not a racist issue. It's totally different and the case is much more complicated. But it's not about racism. And yes, Kyle Rittenhouse does support and can support Black Lives Matter. In fact, while he was there, he was offering first aid to protesters who were being tear gassed by the police and so on and so forth. He was there to help. The fact that he had a weapon for self-defense is not a crime in and of itself, especially if we're talking about the state of Wisconsin. I don't know how familiar you are with laws and stuff, but it's not really illegal for an underage kid to have a gun in Wisconsin, unless it's a short-barreled shotgun, which, if you would be familiar with the laws of the state, you would know, or maybe you do know, but you don't want to talk about that because it doesn't really help the image you're trying to make here.
And then the fact that he think that the prosecutor was doing the misconduct and not the judge, it behooves me. All of us in the hood already knew what time it was. We knew that you was on get off because you always have the right to defend yourself even when the shit is indefensible. If committing a crime puts you in the place where you have to defend yourself, you no longer have self-defense because you committing the crimes that put you in there in the first place.
Well, if we're talking about the prosecutor, well, Little Binger, as I like to call him, was an absolute joke. He was looking like he flanked half of the law school classes, like he didn't know what he was supposed to do, and he was making assumption like nobody else. He was looking like an employee of MSNBC, for crying out loud. And let's talk about the crime that Kyle Rittenhouse committed to put him in that position. What crime did he commit that made those idiots attack him in the very first place? Do you know? Because I'm pretty sure you have absolutely no idea, or you will not talk about it because, again, you're trying to paint a picture. You're trying to do leftist propaganda. This is basically what you're doing.
You was 17 with a gun. I know partners in the hood right now that ain't got way more for doing way less.
Again, you know, the laws of the state of Wisconsin. Maybe your partners are not from Wisconsin. I don't know. Maybe you should take into consideration that each state in the United States of America has different laws about weapons, for instance. In some states, there is more control over weapons. In others, there is less. And your partners may have been in criminal gangs. I don't know. There are circumstances, and you have to take them in account.
I digress though. I ain't gonna cap it though, Kyle. Let's say I believe you. You not racist. What do you say about all the racists that run into your defense? Like, why are they so attracted to you? I ain't gonna cap though, man. I know a couple of things about PR and communications, and whoever told you to say you stand for BLM, hey man, I hope they got their coin. Kyle Rittenhouse, your case was so sensational to America because you had dry-ass conservatives trying to debate anybody about anything dealing with your name because they want to ride the conservative clout too. And when you got off, found not guilty in the hood, nobody was surprised. Everybody knew. If George Zimmerman got away with popping Trayvon, you definitely was trying to get away with popping Rosenbaum, especially they say he's a pedophile.
I hope you did not compare the situation with Trayvon's situation. Like, that it's legit one of the stupidest fucking thing that I could think of. Like, I have never seen a person being so stupid. And I live in Romania. Now, we have a lot of stupid people here, but my man, you are like you're going against the laws of physics at this point with your levels of stupidity. I think the universe might be infinite, but your stupidity is even bigger. Like, this has nothing to do. You cannot compare these two cases. And the people that were shot were white. There's that ginger who was yelling, "Shoot me, nigga." How about that? Like, you're gonna be mad that I said the word because I may not be white. I don't know. I'm reddish in color. But anyway, like, that guy was screaming that. And it's not about their past as much. Like, it's not a punishment for their past. But their past surely indicates the fact that they had violent intent when they came to Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, when they attacked Kyle Rittenhouse, it would have been bad. It would have been bad, and we know that now because of the past they had. They were basically career criminals at this point. So, being afraid may have been a guess for Kyle Rittenhouse, but it was a lucky one and a good one. And if only you have watched the trial, because it was freely available on the internet. It was streamed live on YouTube, for instance, and even Facebook, because I can see that you're on Facebook uploading all your TikTok videos, so maybe you could have watched the trials there, because there were witnesses testifying. There was so much data to take and process. It's amazing that you're talking about this and the only information you're having is from, I don't know, CNN and MSNBC. This is stupid. Not to mention the fact that Kyle Rittenhouse was there to actually protect the businesses of some minorities, some brown people. Have you seen the details? There's a joke that portrays this in a perfect way. Like, if Kyle Rittenhouse is a white supremacist, he's a lousy one.
Notice too, nobody's saying nothing about white on white crime when Kyle shot a whole bunch of white people, right? Look at what they're doing to themselves because they seen it as those are the race trading white people that believe in the BLM and you was going to defend property. Whatever though. Go let my hair dry, man.
Just get off the internet, man. You're an embarrassment for everybody. Even people who are watching you are embarrassing themselves just because they're watching you. Like, you need to have an IQ lower than your shoe size in order to agree with the stupid bullshit you're spewing there. Honestly, I'm 100% honest. And the case is so complicated and simple at the same time, and all of the information is there. Yes, it might be a white-on-white crime, but it's not a crime from Kyle Rittenhouse. Like, he's not the criminal in this situation. He has been attacked without provoking anybody. And if you're saying that bringing a weapon into a riot, it's provoking people, it's the same as saying, you know, that woman was dressed kind of sexy, so she deserved to be raped. This is basically what you're saying right now. He had his weapon for self-defense and he never even flaunted it that much. Or he didn't flaunt it, he didn't threat anybody with the weapon, he just had it on him. And that was enough for these idiots to attack him? The fact that he had a weapon? What's the next good reason to be attacked and to not have the right for self-defense? The color of the skin? Could we put that in? I mean, he's white, he deserves to be attacked, right? If he was black, it was a crime. All of you would have lit America on fire if that was the case. But he's a white kid and he deserves to be beaten by some other white people. Let me tell you something about those white people. They were not there to support the black lives. They were there because it was chaos and they are criminals. For all I know, they were there just to stir shit up, to destroy the whole protest and the meaning of it. And let's enjoy the words, let's enjoy the wise words of one of the so-called victims, shall we?
Shoot me, nigga! Shoot me, nigga! Bust on me, nigga, for real!
I mean, I don't want to be a brat or anything, but we call this foreshadowing.